U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived in Delhi to co-chair the 5th India-US 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue. The Ministry of External Affairs official spokesperson Arindam Bagchi said that Blinken's visit will give further boost to India-US comprehensive global strategic partnership. Early on Thursday, the U.S. Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin also arrived here in Delhi for a two-day visit to attend the India-US 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue. He was received by the Indian counterpart. Following his India visit, Austin will also be traveling now to Korea as well as Indonesia. This will be his 9th visit to the Indo-Pacific. He was honored with the Guard of Honor as a mark of respect for the visiting U.S. Secretary of Defense. The 2+2 Ministerial Dialogue is a diplomatic summit which is held every year since 2018 with the Minister of External Affairs and Defense Minister representing India and the Secretary of State and the Defense. This is the Secretary of Defense representing the United States. We have Kadamni joining us to get us more on this. Kadamni, discussions center on common issues of concern between the two countries, whether it's India and the US. What's on the agenda this time around?
Well, the agenda usually on 2+2 table is defense and security, and that would of course be there. But also we have to understand the situation, the environment where we are having this 2+2 this time in India. Now there is one ongoing war, that is Russia-Ukraine. Another one which is between Israel and Hamas and threatens to escalate in the region. And the region is important both to US as well as India. India has a huge interest in West Asia and Middle East, and the situation there is quite tense. We have seen Secretary Blinken traveling to Israel at least 4 times and traveling in the region so that the war does not escalate. So we should expect that in 2+2 dialogue between the defense ministers and foreign ministers of both countries, these issues will also figure apart from security and defense ties. But of course, we have to understand that India and US have a wide spectrum as far as the relationship is concerned. There will also be talks about the climate, energy, people-to-people ties. There are also some reports that, and as you had seen, Arindam Bagchi, the spokesperson for External Affairs Ministry, was asked this question whether Canada issue would be figuring in 2+2 talks, and he said that if they do want to take it up, India has no objections, but he would not want to prejudge. So there are several issues which will be on table. Let me tell you that the talks would start. There would be 3 sessions. The talks would start at 10:20 a.m. This morning, and all the issues would be on table for both the countries, especially regarding the security, defense, counter-terrorism. So we will have to wait and see what comes out of it. This is the 5th 2+2 meeting which is happening here in Delhi, and as you said, that it has been happening since 2018, and it holds importance because there are several understandings, there are several MOUs which are usually signed between the two countries. And in these situations, in this kind of environment, the close cooperation between the two nations would be what both the countries would want.
Right. Kadamni, how crucial was the US decision to invest $500 million in the container terminal being built with the Indian collaboration here as far as Colombo is concerned?
Well, they have invested in this port in Colombo, as we know, and this is important in several ways because India as well as US want to wean away Sri Lanka from China. Even Sri Lanka has this interest, and they have been trying to be in a close cooperation with India since the economic breakdown there. So this is one thing which India would have also wanted, and looking at the importance of it and looking at the relationship with China, US would also want this. We have seen there are several industries which have tried to move away from China after the disruption of supply chains and quite opaque the situation in which the industries work there, and the political situation, the tensions in South China Sea. So these are the factors which have played a role in this. And of course, how Sri Lanka had been debt-ridden, and it was very difficult for it to handle the Chinese debt. So now the situation is such where India and US are on the same page as far as China is concerned, and that's the reason for one of these investments.